All right, your next project's about network traffic analysis, and basically it says you brought in to monitor traffic. This actually happens quite frequently. I've had many of my prior clients who'd call me in and say, "Hey, why is the internet so slow?" A prime example was Chapel Supply. They sell pressure washers. They called me in there because their internet was so slow. I don't know. So what I ended up doing was I hooked up a laptop, and throughout the day, with the Wireshark, you can actually have it capture in 100 or in a certain amount of data. So I was capturing 100 meg groups of data throughout the day. Capture 100 meg, stop. A couple hours later, capture 100 meg, stop. And you can even schedule to go to a certain time, which was kind of nice. And then we analyzed it. It turns out this company has 3 sons working there. One was streaming music all day long. One was watching YouTube videos all day long. Another was sitting, they would receive an email, then forward it out to 100 people, but it would be an email with an attachment. And I says, here's the issue. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll take care of it. But it's very handy being able to analyze traffic and see what's going on. And I've even used it in my house. Why the heck is my internet so slow? When my kids were living there, my son would be doing, downloading all kinds of crap. And it's like, oh, there it is. So very nice to be able to do. But for this project, we got a lot of traffic. We need to figure out what it is. It says, analyze the traffic, determine the source and destinations, and any other information you could use in the court of law. Okay. Now, this is normal traffic. There's a lot of other stuff in there, too. You're not going to go through every packet. You'll be there for months. Okay. So just tell me what you found, where you found it. Be sure to include things like packet numbers, IP addresses, what the traffic was. If you extract anything important, tell me about it. Give me a screenshot, whatever. Like what packet number it was, that kind of stuff. Okay? So that's what it's about. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. Just installed Wireshark. And it's here. If you've never played with it, I assume you all have, it's free. Download wireshark.org. And I'm going to go to Capture Interfaces. And I'm going to start capturing traffic. Now I'm not doing anything on the computer yet. I'm getting traffic. Does anyone know why?
Broadcast
Traffic. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to analyze traffic going on in this building? Could I do it from here?
No. Subnets.
Because we got a subnet, plus we're also on a switched network. What you'd want to do is set up a hub or something. Okay. Yeah, we did this up in. When we first had our Cox connection here, I actually captured the traffic inside the cable modem and then outside the cable modem. And it's amazing how much difference traffic you get. You just hook up a hub and plug the wires into it that way.
I was wondering how you did that.
Yeah, because even with Chapel Supply, what I do is you take their internet connection code and plug it into a hub. Because the hub broadcasts to all ports. Then you hook up a laptop on one of the ports. So, and the problem is finding a hub nowadays. They don't. Very few places have them, so I have a couple old hubs laying around. So, all right, but this is all broadcast traffic. Okay, I'm going to stop. Let's just look at some of this traffic. Okay, then we'll look at some other ones. Okay, now I stopped it, and we have quite a bit here. Over on the left, you see the packet numbers, and you see the time. You see you see the destination and source. Now this is an ARP packet, address resolution protocol. They're trying to figure out who has what IP address. Okay, now the data is actually the stuff at the bottom. Okay, Wireshark just interprets it. It shows it to us in a nice format for us, which makes it kind of nice, right? Because those of you in pen testing should know a lot about this now. There's a whole.
16 hours on
There. Where'd my mouse go? I lost my mouse. There it is. Okay, but there is the sender's MAC address. There's the sender's IP address. If you actually, they're all here. What it's doing is it's taking this hex data and just displaying it nicely for you. Okay. For this project, you're really going to, you can do it all in Wireshark. You're not having to do anything special. Now, I'm going to actually capture some real traffic. Oh, one other thing while we're here. You can see computer names on here. You can see all kinds of data. So, you can see a whole, just a bunch of stuff. Okay. Now, let me capture it again, and we'll go out and do some real data this time. Capture interfaces, and I'm going to start, continue without saving. Okay, while it's capturing, I'm going to bring up a command prompt. Now I'm going to go to FTP, ftp.nei.com. I'm going to log in with I just logged into NAI. Anybody know who that is? Network Associates, where you get your antivirus from. You can get updates. I can do things like I can go into a virus desk. I can go into 4.x. I could actually, you know, binary mode, then get 7026x.exe. Now I'm downloading the file. So what I did, I just did a bunch of different commands in here. You can see the data is actually coming in. There's all the FTP data. Okay. Now, is it done? Did it stop? Let's stop the connection. I don't need that data. Okay. But let's just look at, well, actually, let me do a little more traffic first. One more bit before I stop it. Now I'm going to go over here to Google. Okay. Now, if you do Google, let me make this smaller. Let's get down to the bottom here. You'll see the traffic will be a different color. My mouse gets so small. Let's go to the news. You see how the traffic's green in the background? Okay. Or we can go to maps or images or whatever. So we're getting a lot of different data there.
So
okay?
Is command line traffic? I mean, I don't understand the black.
It's just a color coding Wireshark uses.
So what's it?
I don't know exactly what it is. I know HTTPS is red.
Black is corrupted where it doesn't. It's a not correct connection. I think is what it is.
It could be a portion of it.
Yeah.
Because like it could be UDP traffic that's not complete or something. It's just the old versions before Wireshark we had Ethereal, and Ethereal wasn't color coded originally. So when they came out, this like, wow, this is different.
I've never seen black.
Yeah. So let's search for something. Cars. Okay. So there, we search for cars. Okay. Now we're at the cars website. Okay. Now I'm going to stop this just so we can look at some of this traffic. Okay. Now, I have, 31,000 packets. So this could take a while.
Why does it say that?
Oh, on the left side.
Gotcha.
Those are the packet numbers. Okay, now, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going, wow, there's a lot. Say I got this traffic here. One thing that's cool about Wireshark, you can actually right-click on a packet and say, follow TCP stream. What that will do is return all the traffic that's from that connection. Okay? So we went from all those packets down to, come on. It's loading. It's going to be quite a bit.
So you highlight one.
You just pick one. You can highlight it, and instead of just looking at one packet, you're now looking at all the packets that belong to that connection. And this one's not loading. It might be too much stuff. No, it wasn't that much. So it was blank. Just a synac. Okay, let me clear that one. And you also, after you do that, you need to clear it out. Clear out your connection. And I'm going to go back to the FTP data. Let's go back to FTP where I first made the connection. Let's find it. Come on.
You can type FTP at the
There.
filter.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. If you want to type FTP here, it'll actually show you, well, not with a slash at the end, just the FTP. And it'll just show you FTP data. Well, it's better. There it goes. Now it's just showing me FTP data. If I want to see TCP, I can see just TCP data. So it's very nice. You can now, but why am I seeing FTP and TCP now that I just said TCP?
Because they're the same.
FTP protocol uses TCP. Okay, understand that? Okay, so let me go back to, actually let's clear this out. I'm going to go back to an early FTP packet. Okay, I'm going to click on this packet here, and I'm going to do follow TCP stream. And it really comes up with that whole conversation of what I did. It comes up and says, okay, it asks for the username. I typed in anonymous. It asked for the password. I typed in kennedyhere.com. Then I was doing the list commands, and I was changing directory into virus definitions. I did list again. I changed it into that directory, and so on and so forth. Then I told it, retrieve to get the file. Then I aborted it. Okay. So follow TCP stream is very handy, because what it did, it's all these packets right here belong to that same one. And if you want, you could actually save those out So you could save that stream separately. So I could, do save as something. It'll, as a filter, you can say, okay, this is my FTP or something. Now you can go back and use that one again because it's up here. Now I go back and look at, let me clear this out. So now I got all my traffic again. But if I want to see just that FTP, I can go back and click on that and instantly see that. So you can do all kinds of stuff with this tool.
So let me ask a question. If you pick another packet,
Okay.
will it detail the password and everything that was used? Or
Yes.
only on the one that you activated from that?
No, I'll show you that one. Okay, let's get down. It was like packet something right here. There's the actual packet itself. Okay, the FTP data. The request was pass. I passed at ken@here.com.
Okay, but I mean, if you pick out another packet that you did not start,
Like,
will it identify the password that person used?
If it's not secure.
yeah, if it's in clear text, definitely it'll show. If you're capturing traffic for your home or something, sure, it'll show you every bit of traffic. It doesn't have to. It can be from. Now again, we're on a switched network, so we're only seeing the traffic coming to my computer. But if I had a hub or something,
Yeah.
then I'd see everything for the whole building. Okay. Now there's other ways to do it. There's some switches that have what's called port mirroring. You can actually have it where it sends all traffic, a copy of it to another port for doing stuff like this. Okay. But like at your house, if you hooked up a hub between your cable modem and your router and plugged a laptop in there, you'll see everything that happened on the entire network. So it's, again, this is unsecured traffic, so it's not encrypted. Encrypted, I wouldn't be able to read it. Okay, but like I can even go to this ARP packet and I can follow. Let's clear this. Okay, actually that one's not TCP, so that one's not going to show me anything. But let's get down here to, we looked at a bunch of those. Man, I did a bunch of them, didn't I? Now let's go down to some of the other stuff. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go to one of these. I'm going to do follow TCP stream. Hopefully it's not too huge. And this was a request for an image. It's getting an image up here. See where it says image? Okay. And there's the actual data. It's a PNG file. And you can actually export these out. Okay. You can even see the hex dump of it. And if you remember from this class, you could even look at, if you found, where's the darn image start? You could find the header for a PNG and actually extract the PNG right from here. So it's amazing what you can do, okay? Because you all worked with hex in other labs. So, all right, let's see what else. You can also see it in ASCII. You can see when whatever. It normally shows it to you in ASCII. Again, this is the PNG file, and here's all the parts of the picture itself. Okay, and if I, yeah, and there's where it ended, I guess, right there. But all of this is from the same connection, so it's going to show me a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, tons of them. Okay. But let's look for something else. I did a Google search. Let me clear this one out. Oh, come on. I should be able to search by that. Hold on. Clear. If you go to edit, hold on, I'll find it. Oh, there's find packet, string, and I want to type in search. And I want to go through the packet byte, let's go details, and let's go down. Okay, did it find one? And oh, that's a big old. Well, actually, hold on. Let me do it another way. Let me go up. We'll just search for password. And find packet. We're gonna search for password. I'll just do ken@here.com. I can do packet details. We're gonna go up from here, and it should go through all of them. Hopefully. Should be near the beginning. You guys have a lot less packets to look through, by the way. Okay, and there it is. It found a packet right here. Whoop, this one right here. It found the packet with ken@here.com on it. So now let me go from here, and I searched for cars, didn't I? I'm going to go edit, find packet. I want to go down this time, and I want to search for cars. I want to search on the packet details. I'm going to say go. So you can search for specific text. You can do all kinds of stuff. Okay, there it is. Found something with cars in it. Okay.
So
Now,
regardless if you're going up or down, it still searches through all 31,000 packets.
well, if I start near the bottom and say down, it's only going to search for the rest. It started from where I was originally at. So I was way up
Or
at
it
the
still
beginning.
went back through, like it went through them all.
No, well, I started at packet number 100.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're here. So somewhere in here is the word search. Okay, and there's google.com. So you can pretty much search for anything. Okay. Let's search for, I don't know if this is going to be in here anywhere. Let's search for the word login. That'd be something good to see. I see I'm already at the bottom, so it shouldn't, yeah, it didn't search through very much. Did it find anything? Yeah, anonymous login, okay, send your email address. So it did find the word login. And again, it's searching for the unencrypted data. Searching through this stuff, okay? Which is kind of cool. But to look at the traffic, okay, now, I captured this traffic, okay? I could actually go in here and say File, Save As. Now I'm going to put this on my desktop in forensics. I'm going to call it, put it in here, call it sample. And you can specify the type. And it's WinPCAP is what we've been using. Where's peak CAP? Oh, there's a lot of types in here now. Wireshark, there it is. Okay. And I can say sample.pcap. Okay, now if I close this out, and go in here, I actually have a new file called sample.pcap, and I can actually open it right back up, and I'm right back where I started. You can actually capture data, look at it, say, you can select certain amounts, like I could go in and select the first, first handful of, well, you should be able to select some. Thought you could. Well, let's try this, hold on. Okay, there's FTP. I should be able to save just that. Let's find out. Okay, so if I did that, now I go back in here. Do I have all 31,000 still? Yeah, I still got the rest of them. There's some option in here to save just the search. I just don't know exactly where it's at, but you can do it. But this tool can do a million things. It's really amazing what you can do with it.
Ken, how viable is this though? I mean, when you save a file, can you manipulate that file?
No, not in here. There are other programs you can. This is the actual raw data. You're not
able to edit.
You're not able to edit it. You're not able to put it back out. But you know, let's look at this file. Let's look at this sample one we did here. Okay. Well, no, you can't do it here. But there are programs out there that will allow you to edit it. There's even programs out there that will take this and replay it. TCP replay. Originally, when I did this lab, I actually captured some traffic. Then I used a program called TCP replay, and I kept playing the traffic over and over and over again in the lab. Then you would actually go up there and capture live traffic, but it was the traffic I just kept playing back over. It was a recording over and over and over. And I remember Andy was up there. I said, there was only 2 minutes of data. So I said, go up there and capture it for 2 minutes. Now, you want to make sure you got it all, so capture maybe for 4. That way you got, you know, in case you came in halfway through. The dude captured like 8 gigs worth of data. He's like, I've been capturing this since Thursday. I'm like, it's only 2 minutes. Yeah. So, but now your actual project is this one. This is your actual one, and you have 4,000 packets. Actually, let me go back into the other one for a second. Let's go back into this one. When looking at these, you can also sort by like the source. Okay, like so you can sort by IP address. Okay, so you can very easily figure out. You know, you can sort by anything. So, you know, all this traffic came from obviously my machine. So obviously my IP is 20.40 or 200.49. Somewhere on here is Google. Google's going to appear. They're probably 12.1 and all that. So since this is all FTP data now, I would say that the 12.120 was actually the NEI website I connected to. Remember, I connected to them. But you can very easily go through and sort by whatever you feel like. What else we got in there? There's 173 that had to be Google. That's most likely Google. But you can sort by source, destination, protocol, link, info. You can sort by downright anything, right? What I recommend doing with this project is search for some stuff. You should be able to find a shopping list in here. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but you should be able to find it.
A keyword.
So look through the traffic, and you're going to find other things. There's more than just that, but there's a few things in there you should search for. Just look at it. You'll be able to tell what it is by the data. The whole point is just to get used to looking at what a network capture looks like, because this does happen all the time in the real world. They do it all the time. Normally they're done with automated tools now. They'll capture, like in IDS, you heard of IDSs, intrusion detection system? They're doing this all day long. They're just looking at data, looking for something different, something out of the ordinary, looking for something abnormal. When I was in Tulsa, I had to write a sniffer like snort. And what I did is I went to the lab and captured the data that the instructor made. Then I had to write something to analyze all the data that I captured. But you guys don't have to go that far. That'll take forever. But so kind of a cool thing. But on your project, and this is the actual one that's up there. It's up in the Dropbox. There's not that much stuff. But like I said, 4,000 of them. But it's all from one machine, which is nice. But you're still going to have some of this broadcast stuff going on. I'm not overly worried about that. But I bet if I typed in something like login, oh, it was string, edit, find packet, login, spell it right, login, we're going to search for a string, in the details, and go. There you go, I found something already. So we already have a login going on, okay? And if I was to click on this guy here, I bet I could do a follow TCP stream. Oh, and I could already find, well, you can actually read some of this, and there's actually quite a bit of information here. So, just a bunch of stuff you can play with. Okay, I'm not going into too much depth because you got to do it for the project. All right. Kind of understand what you're going to be doing? It's very simple. It's a very.
Oh, I can't seem to open up. It opens up as like a web page.
I was wondering, won't you save it? Try it from the Dropbox. Would it work from the Dropbox? See, the weird thing, in the content page on D2L, it tries to show it to you. And it's like, ugh. If it won't do it, I might have to rename it to .text, and then, no, that'll try to show it to you too.
Dropbox works.
Okay, get it from the Dropbox. See, they want everything in the content page, but some of the stuff I use can't open for the content. Like the INI file, is not the one you'll have a problem with or something? But give you a week on this. It's not that difficult, but there should be a few different things going on. You should be able to find them. Okay. Like you should very easily be able to go in here and says, well, let's search for action. Oh, there you go. We have it. No, that's wrong. The wrong one.
So you want us just to search for different packets?
Yep. Oh, look, there's some FTP going on. We got a password request. So, someone got denied. You should be able to find out all kinds of stuff. There's only 4,000 of them. It's better than the 31,000 I just had a minute ago. So. But this is all for one specific machine. Obviously, we already know from here, the username is test, and the password is password1. So, I mean, it's not that difficult to do. Okay. Oh, change the directory into shows, so it's kind of cool. And you can always expand these out if you want to actually see the commands that it used, that kind of stuff. Like, CW change working directory. So we changed it into a directory called shows.
So PASS would show password, right?
Right. So if I went up here and I typed in, I got to do search string again. I always mix that up. Find packet, pass. There you go. I got something, the word password in it, right there, right in the middle of my screen. Okay. Oh, look, there's a login button. They're getting a password, so there's something going on. Is it this packet right?
Wait a second. That's an automated program.
Well, could be.
/T's or tabs, so they're just skipping through fields.
Is this the packet right here? Let's.
I was going to ask you, is it the packet that's highlighted?
I think it's the packet that's highlighted. Yeah.
If you do Control F, does it search just like what you can see on
don't-
there or inside the packet too?
I don't know. Oh, well, you can specify packet list, packet details, packet bytes, so you can actually specify what, and you can even, search ASCII Unicode, stuff like that. But normally the default setting Unicode or not is fine. Definitely able to find a shopping list and a few other things in there. Okay. And that's pretty much all I want. What did I tell you I want to see? I want to see anything special. Is that what I asked for? Tell me what you found, where you found it at. Include things like packet numbers, IP addresses, what the traffic was. If you extract anything, great. I walked through a demo, which I'm not going to do now because they changed Wireshark a little. It's a little harder to do. But you know how in the Hex lab you extract this stuff? I actually extract a YouTube video. I capture a YouTube recording, and then I actually save it out. It's just, it takes a while to get it right because sometimes it comes in pieces, so you don't get it all. But it's kind of cool. You can play with it. So, but I think it was last semester or semester before. It's up online. You'll be able to see where I did that. So, all right. Any questions on how to use this tool? It's pretty basic. It's free to download. Do not install this on your work computer unless your work's okay with it. Tinker? No, you'd be done. Be done in a second because they can detect this. Okay. Yeah. Rotate. Not really too happy either, but Brad knows I'm doing it, so he's okay with that. He knows what I'm doing here. So, all right. So let me stop the recording here.
So, but you want us to do it on the VM, right?
You can do it anywhere you want.
Okay.
You can do it on the VM. You can do it at home. You can do anywhere.
But that file is already, you want us to analyze the file that you've already captured.
Right. I've already captured the traffic.
Yeah.
So when installing it, if you want to install this at home or something, it's going to ask you to install what's called a WinPCAP driver, which is the driver that allows you to capture traffic. What it does is it puts your network card in what's called promiscuous mode for it to receive all packets on the network that you're connected to. Well, the WinPCAP driver does that. If you don't want to capture packets, just don't install that. When you go through the install, it says install WinPCAP, just uncheck it. And you'll still be able to analyze mine, you just won't be able to capture your own traffic.
That may be why I'm not able to do it on my own machine at home.
Yeah, you might not have
But I can do
installed
it through VM.
Yeah, it could now.
Because I wasn't getting anything.
Yeah, it could. Now, also, let me bring that up again because this might be an issue you were having. When you go to capture, don't just click start. I always go to interfaces and look for the one where the numbers are going up. Because a lot of times now machines have 2 and 3 and 4 network adapters. One could be wireless, one could be Ethernet, one could be VMware adapter. And if you're capturing on one that's not, like if I capture on the top one right now, I say I click on this baby right here and hit start. Oh, nothing. So I'm capturing on the wrong adapter.
See, mine, I did that, but I wasn't getting anything. I don't know
You
why.
should. Just make sure you got WinPCAP installed.
That's what I'm wondering.
But you don't need WinPCAP to do this project because I already gave you the project, the file. You can do it either way there. Then you can just open up the one I gave you, and that's about it. Okay, let me stop this.